Hello everyone, this is Ayanshu Debabrata and welcome all of you to my new video regarding the Combined Geo-scientist Mains examination 2023. And in this video, I will be elaborating the sources and book list required for the CGSE Geologist paper. And a disclaimer that in my time, I didn't prepare for the hydrogeology, that is the paper 4. So that's why I will only elaborate the sources for the paper 1, 2 and 3. And in my previous video, I have talked about the prelims question and answers, how to approach them, and I have attended some of the queries. The queries related to the mains I will be explaining in my subsequent videos. So I have segregated the sources according to the syllabus in each of my slides, and I hope that that will be helpful to you. In the paper 1, we mainly deal with the physical geology, remote sensing, structural geology, sedimentology, paleontology, and stratigraphy part. So let's see what are the resources required for them. First comes the physical geology and remote sensing in section A. So the first paragraph here deals with the physical geology, geomorphology, and its Indian perspective. And then for that part, I followed K.M. Bangar and Global Tectonics book by Kerry Fine, and also some of the headings I directly followed any UPSC preparation website. You can just directly search along with the code word UPSC, and you will be getting some good notes, then visualizations, flowcharts, diagrams, which can help you to make your own notes and write down in the mains examination. The second part, that is the electromagnetic spectrum and remote sensing GIS part, I completely relied upon the NPTEL notes by IISc Bangalore and also EPG Pathshala notes. They are free resource materials, so you can easily get them just by a simple Google search, and they are absolutely free of cost. And for the satellite characteristics and use such as Landsat, IRS and SPOT, I directly went to ISRO NASA website and, and got the required data. For digital image processing and elements of image interpretation, so for these two topics I followed Ravi P. Gupta. Very few portions I followed, otherwise you can also get these same topics in the NPTEL notes also. So these are the resources for the paper 1 section A, and next we will be seeing the section B. So the section B deals with the structural geology part. So in this part I have shortlisted some of the materials that I followed, but except AK Jain I didn't follow any book from first to last, only a few portions that have been mentioned in the syllabus. So for the mapping part, AK Roy is a very good book. It also helps building a good understanding related to the prelims and also for the personality test. Then K.M. Bangar is a very good book for revision, the structural geology part. And for some of the advanced topics like the microscale deformation, dynamic static recrystallization, all those things I followed Hakan Fosse because it has a very crisp description and also some good diagrams. S.K. Ghosh is a very good book related to the folds and faults unconformities. Then I have also watched some of the videos. You can, if you have time, then you can also see some lectures by TK Biswal sir on his YouTube channel. And also for the fold for the lineation, foliation, and regarding the stress shear zone markers, shear zone indicators. So JD Winter has a chapter called metamorphic structures, and in that chapter these topics have been covered with good explanation. So if you have time, you can also see that thing, and you will be getting your materials from that part. Then comes the third section, that is sedimentology, and for this section more or less the material remains the same for everyone. The Sam Box Jr. and Gary Nichols, those are the two books that most of the people follow from their graduation, and they're very good books covering all of the topics mentioned here. And if you need a overall compilation uh, from these two books with some additional resources, you can follow the EPG Pathshala notes that is absolutely freely available on their website. So for other topics, if you need any explanation like a proper teaching method or any kind of diagrammatic explanation, you can search these topics on YouTube and you will be finding some good videos describing them. And also for the sequence stratigraphy part, I followed the scpmstrata.org website, which has very good technical definitions and also some diagrammatic explanation. So that will build your knowledge base and also help you to make a proper note for your mains writing. Then for the section D paleontology part, more or less I only followed the Amaldas Gupta for major portions, and for the quick revision I followed some YouTube videos, and due to lack of time I couldn't prepare this topic very extensively, but the overall understanding you can get from the Amaldas Gupta, and also Anant Raman is another book from which you can get your materials. Then comes the stratigraphy part, and as it is a very broad subject and you need the great understanding and also some memorizing ability to study this, so that's why I followed Amaldas Gupta and Gary Nichols for the basics of stratigraphy. Those are the principles related to the lithobiochrono and magnetostratigraphy, and also the principles of stratigraphic correlation. And then for the Indian stratigraphy, I followed Ravindra Kumar and also TK Biswal's lectures in YouTube. And for cratons, the craton description and their mineral assets, I followed K.S. Baldia book. And for new stratigraphy tables, the updated ones, I followed the Ramakrishnan Vaidyanathan. So as the stratigraphy books are really thick and they cover much more information than required in the examination, so you can be specific in your requirements that what do you want from that book. So accordingly, you can follow them, or otherwise you can follow your own resources that you have been relying upon for the 5 years. So with this, I will be finishing this video that will be for the resources of paper 1. And in the next video, I will be elaborating on the paper 2 and paper 3. So thank you all for listening and stay tuned for the next video.